Hello everyone, welcome to Rockshire Gaming. My name is Eric. Today we are going to be doing an unboxing on the newest game from CMON and Spin Master Games. We're going to be taking a look here at Marvel Zombies Heroes Resistance. This is a 4-player cooperative game where you play as various Marvel superheroes during a zombie plague, zombie outbreak, a lot of civilians, zombie that you have to fight against, as well as other zombie superheroes. So, today we're going to be taking a look at what is inside this box. I myself ordered this from Amazon. It's a retail version that I didn't realize was out. I didn't see any announcements of it or anything like that. I did back the actual Kickstarter. This is not the Kickstarter, but it does have some elements from that Kickstarter. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have here. Alright, so this is the box for Marvel Zombies Heroes Resistance. All the logos of all the different companies that put this together. Let's take a look at the back of the box. We have more Zombie Tony on there. Picture of all the zombie figures we're going to have. Also important to note, just looking at the box, is that we have standees for all the zombie, regular zombies, walkers, whatnot, all the bystanders. So that's one of the reasons why this is at a much lower price point than the regular Marvel Zombies or any other Zombicide game, is because they substituted miniatures for all of the zombies, the walkers, all those things with these various standees. Actually, spoiler, this is my first Zombicide game. This is 1 to 4 player game. The Kickstarter version should actually be 6 players. This is for ages 14 and up. My 8-year-old took one look at the box when I opened it and said no. And it says 1 hour playtime, most likely for my wife and I. It will be a little bit longer, especially as we are learning how to play the game. So let's go ahead, take our handy dandy knife here and cut a little bit on here, just enough to where we can get the plastic off. There is that. Opening the plastic for the first time here. I mean, the only time, not the first time. There we go. Throw that off. And let's check the inside of the box. So we got, actually, I didn't mention it, but we actually have some nice artwork here. Black Panther, Spider-Man, Hulk, and then Zombie Iron Man and Zombie Captain America. I did take a look at the contents of this box using the back picture. Compared to the Kickstarter, it looks like there's going to be all new molds for the main characters in this game. Free CMON content right there. Not sure if this is going to that. If you did pick this up, there is already a free scenario mission on CMON's website for this. You do have to kind of search for it. It's on the main product page, but once you find the page for Heroes Resistance, there's going to be a download for that. So it looks like they are going to be possibly putting out content for this game up until the main game comes out later next year. So, first thing we have when we look in the box is rules to the game. So, gives us our game components. Got our 50 zombie standees, our 6 hero figures, our 4 zombie heroes, 6 bystander standees, 77 cards, which include 6 superhero ID cards, 30 spawn cards, 30 heroic trait cards, 4 zombie hero cards, 6 bystander cards, the Avengers sign reference card, 4 color bases, and 8 tracker chips. And we'll kind of look at that in a minute, because there's no actual dashboards to put the cards in this game. And we also have only 4 double-sided tiles, which from what I can tell are just copies of tiles that are already in the game. So there's no new locations, I don't think, in this game. Attention Zombicide veterans, they basically tell you that there are differences in this game than in regular Zombicide. So there's that. So you got your introduction. So we'll go ahead and read that one. When the zombie invasion took over the world's mightiest heroes, most assumed everything was lost. What hope could there be for normal people to survive the ravenous onslaught of these zombie heroes? But some superheroes still remain. The few surviving Avengers will not go down without a fight. As the desperate battle between the living and the dead escalates, old allies will need to be put down before they can devour every last person on the planet. So assemble your superhero team, muster all your power you can, and become humanity's last hope. This will not be a world of Marvel Zombies as long as the hero's resistance lives on. All right, so we have different missions, I believe, in this book as well. We go through the setup of the board here. You have experience tiles this time in I guess in the regular zombie side, there's an experience track on the bottom, and the regular Marvel zombies, there's going to be an experience track on the bottom. This one uses a dial instead. Here's some stuff on the game overview, the phases of the game, going over line of sight rules, movement rules. It's very, very thick rule book, going over all the different abilities. And then, so we have the tutorial and all the different scenarios and how to set them up. So I believe, so yes, there's 8, unless you count the 0 mission in there when there's 9. So there's a tutorial mission and then 8 other missions, and then there's a 9th one again online. Round summary, hero mode. So that's everything in the rule/mission book right there. So we'll put that up there. Then we have all of our cardboard. And now I do apologize. Again, I have never actually played through a Zombicide game before. This will be my first one. So if I don't know what some of these things are, please don't give me too much of a hard time. So we got the experience tiles we have to put together. I believe these are the door tiles right there. Exit. Let's see, double-sided here. Yep, that closed doors. These are the objective tokens. Red objectives, blue and green. There. Then we got the standees for the walkers, the runners, the brutes. So these are not matching any model that I just went through the other Kickstarter right before we went through this. These are not matching any other monster zombie in the main game. The main game has, and the base core game has various shield agents that are fighting against the zombie heroes, and the X-Men Resistance, it's various mutants like Multiple Man and the Reavers and those kind of things. And then there's I think zombie Hydra agents in one of the expansions. So these are actual civilians, so this is actually a different type of zombie. So not sure how much this is going to be able to mix and match with the regular game and what you can use in there. Probably said in the rulebook whether or not you could or not, but I imagine you should be able to use some of the stuff. We'll find out in a year when I get my pledge, because I did not do 2-wave shipping. I did 1-wave shipping. But then you got more dials. You got the Avengers sign, which I know that has a mechanic in there. More Walker minis as well as bystanders. So you got J. Jonah Jameson here, Happy Hogan, Pepper Potts, Okoye, Sharon Carter, I believe, and Wong. There. And then you got your tiles for the various locales in the game. Pretty nice there. It's actually pretty nice cardboard too, so it's not flimsy. So this is actually nice, sturdy cardboard. Got the Daily Bugle sign broken there. Let's see, looks like a market there. Then you got, looks like a Subway on that one, that side. Maybe something in here. There's some Marvel thing here. I know, Oscorp. There it is. So that must be something with the Goblin there on that one. And I can't read the name of that. I don't know what restaurant that is supposed to be. Heroes for Hire over there. So that's pretty cool. So now we will take a look at the characters and the minis. Spider-Man here with his character card. Their various abilities they get unlocked during the game. Spider-Man's heroic rescue +1 action. His web shooters and his Spidey sense right there. So then you have Black Panther with his hard slash, leaping charge, kinetic feedback, and his vibranium claws. Both of these, and actually I had to list it out, both Black Panther and Spider-Man were actually in the base game as heroes, but in that one, it comes with only the cards for, or doesn't come with both components, but it only comes with the rules to play them as the villains, even though they're trying to stop you from being a zombie. Wasp, we have her Wasp Sting, diminutive size, biosynthetic wings, and fly by attack. And then we have Hulk with his smash, of course, Gamma Rage, Thunderclap, Puny Zombies. Both of these characters, I'm not sure they're going to be the same cards, but both of these characters were daily giveaways. They were zombies in the base game, but there was daily giveaways to get both of these characters as heroes that, to play as instead of the zombie modes. So Vision has got his energy beams, adaptive strategy, hologram, natural tactician abilities. again, he is going to be, if you are only going to buy if you're going to buy the main game at retail from your local shop, Vision is in the Hydra expansion. That's where he's coming from. So again, I don't know if these are going to be the same exact cards as those. I imagine they would be, but that would be just another way to get some Kickstarter content with this box if you're getting just the regular box. And then we have Winter Soldier, who was a stretch goal in the main campaign. He's got his Combat Blade, Assassinate, Combat Reflexes, and Hand-to-Hand Expert. That's the first level tray. We go to the next level there. And this is where you have your character stands, the color coding them. If you're not painting them, this gives you a way to identify your characters on the board easier. So we'll definitely be using these during our playthrough, because I do not think I'm going to get this painted at all. I'm way behind on painting. These are all the clips for the spin dials. Then we've got these little clips here on the card. So we'll take the Spider-Man card, for example. If you were playing as, you have the red stand there, you take the red clips and you determine your power over here using the red clip, and then you have your health up here with the other red clip. So it clips onto the card, because as you can see, there are no dashboards included with this, so there's no cubes just to kind of determine your health and all that stuff. You're actually clipping these directly to the card. Then we have the Zombicide dice. 6 dice with the, looks like the 1 with a bite mark on it. So we'll go ahead and see how those roll. There you go. No idea what the numbers mean, because again, I have not played the game. So we'll go with that. That's my dice tray by the buy. We have all the standees for all the different tokens in the game. We're getting to the miniatures, don't worry. And then we have all the cards here. So in Marvel's Zombies, you're going to have bystanders that you're going to devour in the main game. You're going to devour them, and they're going to give you a special ability. In this one, since we're not devouring civilians, we save them, and they give us an extra bonus. So we've got cards for Jonah, J. Jonah Jameson. We got Coe, Pepper Potts, Sharon Carter, I was correct, Wong, and Happy Hogan. We also have the spawn cards for the Zombie Captain America, Iron Man, who I believe come as zombies in the main game. Then you have Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange, who come as zombies in the daily giveaways in the regular version of the game. Then you have the cards for the Walkers, the Brutes, and then determine how many spawn depending on the experience level of the highest hero on the board. So yeah, this is I like the cards, good quality card stock. And then you have your heroic trait cards. So these give you extra power-ups and abilities while you're playing. Power-up discard during your turn, perform 1 free action or power-up. So you get these as you go through the game, and there's quite a bunch here. So there's not like you're only going to go through a few. And then the Avengers sign and the rules reference for the sign in the game, which I'm sure there's a token over there for that. Now, again, this is a game from Cool Mini or Not, so let's take a look at the Cool Mini. So first we have Zombie Captain America. These are actually pretty good quality miniatures. They remind me a lot of the Marvel United figures, not as chunky or chibi. So these are pretty good size. They're a little bit bigger than a standard D&D. So a little bit smaller than like a Crisis Protocol figure, but a little bit bigger than like a standard D&D miniature. Depending on if you want to paint your miniatures or not, these are going to be a pretty good size. Got Zombie Doctor Strange here. Not the same one from the movie, but there's that. And Zombie Iron Man. I think the difference between this is big difference between the, besides the pose from this Iron Man and the other Iron Man, is this one actually still has a helmet on. It's going to be interesting to try to paint, though, because he's got a zombie face halfway in there with his Iron Man face on the other side. So that's pretty cool. Big Boy Hulk here. So these are pretty good miniatures. Like I said, these all have different poses. If you look at the Kickstarter, the heroes all have different poses. The zombies all have different poses, and the sculptures are very different. Vision does have a little bit of a different pose. I think Winter Soldier and the Kickstarter version, his knife is backwards, something like that. So Spider-Man has a whole different pose as well. So I really do like these figures. These are actually really nice. I'm actually afraid, again, to even start painting these. I'm behind on painting them anyway. I didn't look at Wasp. She's actually got a lot more detail than... Hold on. Again, don't know where I left off because one of the kids came in the room and I had to do a hard edit here somewhere because she scared me while I'm looking at a zombie game. Actually, the one I like the most, I do like the Hulk, but the one I actually like the most is the Wasp. It got really good detail, and especially in the wings and everything on this. So, like I said, all in all, these are actually really good miniatures. They're, for the size, they are very detailed. I mean, I'm a little intimidated to paint these. I'm always intimidated to paint anything that I can't just easily replace. I mean, I take that back. This, I'm not actually that intimidated because it wasn't that expensive to get, and I can always practice with these miniatures, make sure I can do them well before I get the actual game and try to paint those. So all in all, very good game. The tray is actually really nice too. It's not just like a couple of cardboard pieces that you throw everything into. Everything actually has its place, and it's not, again, for painting, you're not putting these in here and they don't grab the figures, so they kind of just like sit in there, which is nice because if you're painting something, put in here and the plastic's grabbing it, you run the risk of having your paint chip off. So take a look at the inside of the box. We don't see anything in there, so it looks like we have everything in there. So that is the unboxing for Marvel Zombies Heroes Resistance. So all in all, I like everything. As far as component wise, everything is very well built, even for just a $35 version of this game. The miniatures are actually very good quality. Tokens are very thick and sturdy. Terrain boards are nice as well. A lot of detail, a lot of artwork. They are the same terrain board, at least 4 of the same terrain boards from the main Marvel Zombies game. If you are getting that, you will have double. If you got the extra terrain tiles, you're gonna have 3 of these 4 specifically. I don't know if the front and the back are the same as the front and the back of the other ones that they're going to come with. Like, I don't know if this front is going to go with this back. Overall, this looks like a very sturdy, well-built game. We'll see how it plays soon, I hope. I'm hoping to have gameplay of this soon, at least 1 or 2 of the scenarios. Don't know if we'll film or go through the tutorial scenario, but again, this is my very first Zombicide game, so we'll see how all that plays out. But I'm glad I have this game to at least, if anything, tide me over until my main pledge comes at some point next year. I would like to thank everybody who tuned in for this episode. Thank you for taking a look at the contents of this box with me. Be sure to keep an eye out for gameplay of this, hopefully in the near future, and yeah, go ahead and, if you can, subscribe to the channel, like this video, give us a thumbs up, ring the bell so you're notified when I do put out more videos, and that's about it. So yeah, until next time, everybody take care of yourselves, and we'll see you at the table. Bye.